Okay, let us continue our topic in electronic structure of the atom. This time we will be discussing the last sublevel configuration and the noble gas core configuration. Okay, next. Okay, so the last sublevel configuration, pag sinabi natin last sublevel configuration, yun yung pinakadulong electronic configuration of a given element. You can identify the last sublevel configuration just basically looking at the position of that particular element in your periodic table. So how to do that? So let us divide first our periodic table. So the periodic table is divided into 4 blocks, namely the SPDF block. So ano yung mga SPDF block na sinasabi? Okay, so this is the S block. The S block is the elements found in group 1A and then group 2A, including helium in this part. So that is the S block. Okay, ito yung first part ng ating periodic table. And then the D block, okay, the D block is from the family B. Okay, the B family or the transition metals. All the transition metals and including this 4F is not 4F. Itong transition metals is sa gitna ng periodic table includes the D block. Okay? And then followed by the P block. Ayan yung P block. And then the F block. Okay? So, the periodic table is also divided into period. Okay? That is period 1 to 7. Okay? Pag sinabing period 1 to 7, ito yung period 1. So, ito yung period 1 from left to right. Okay? That is 1. And then ito yung sunod niya, 2. And then period 2, ito yung 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then followed by period 3, papunta doon, period 4, period 5, period 6, and period 7. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, we call this the period number, and you can also call this as the energy level of the elements. So this is energy level 1, energy level 2, energy level 3, energy level 4, energy level 5, energy level 6, and energy level 7. So, ibig sabihin, yung mga yan, ang mga energy level na yan, nandyan yung mga electron niya, nasa 4th energy level, 5th energy level, 6th energy level, 7th energy level, dun sa atomic orbital. Okay, this is the first quantum number or your N value. Okay, so that is the N value 1 to 7. Okay, dun sa F block, 6 and 7, if you notice, meron tayong additional part dito sa baba ng inyong periodic table. Actually, Dmitri Mendeleev devised the father of the modern periodic table para maging compress yung periodic table, hindi masyadong mababa. This 2 periods belonging to 6 and 7, binaba niya. Pero actually, dito siya nakalagay sa period 6 and 7. So, binabang ganun para kumonti yung space na being occupied ng periodic table. Kaya it belongs to group 6 and 7. Okay? Okay. So that is the S1. Okay. So dahil yan S block, that is S1. Okay. Lahat ng last sublevel configuration of the elements found in this particular group ends in S1. Okay? Okay, this is the S2. Okay, that is 1 S1. So, ibig sabihin, yung hydrogen, di ba, ang electron configuration niya is 1 S1. And then helium is 1 S2 kasi helium contains 2 electrons. So, pagdating dito, it will become 2 S1. Diba? And then 2 S2 dito. And then 3 S1, 4 S1, 5 S1, 6S1, and then 7S1. This is the last sublevel configuration of those elements found in this particular group. Yan ang tatandaan nyo ha. Next. So, dito naman 2, dahil nasa period 2, 2S2. Dahil dalawa na, completely filled na niya yung kanyang S sublevel. Okay, let us have the D block. In the D block, as you remember, the maximum number of electrons in the D sublevel is 10. Kaya ang block niya 10 din. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kaya ito, D1, the last sublevel configuration ng elements lahat dito belonging to this group is D1 mag-e-end. Dito, D2, D3, and so on. But this time, if the element belongs to the D block, your n value will be subtracted to 1. So, saan mag-i-start ang D block? Sa ang period or energy level. Mag-i-start ang D sa 4, 5, 6, and 7. So, ito ibig sabihin niyan, n minus 1, 4 minus 1 is 3. Kaya ito magiging 3D1. Yan, 4D1. 6D1. 5D1 rather, and then 6D1. Kasi 4 minus 1, that is 3. 5 minus 1, it's 4. 6 minus 1 is 5. And then 7 minus 1 is 6. And then, papunta na dyan. So, 3D1, 3D2, 3D3, 3D4, 3D5, 3D6, 3D7, 3D8, 3D9, and then 3D10. Ganun din yun. 4D1, 4D2, and so on. 5D1, 5D2, and so on. 6D1, 6D2, and so on. So that is the last sublevel configuration of those elements belonging to the D block family. Okay, let's proceed to the P block. So in the P sublevel, we have the maximum number of electrons is 6. Kaya 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So mag-i-start this time, you will no longer need to subtract the n value kasi wala naman dun sa rule. So that is 2p1 kasi 2p1. And then next, 3p1. It belongs to the period 3, so 3 yan. Then followed by 4p1, 5p1, 6p1, and then 7p1. And then 4p1 papunta sa 4p6, then 5p1 papunta sa 5p6, 3p1 papunta sa 3p6. So those are the last sublevel configuration of the elements found in the P block. Okay, and next, this is the F block. So the maximum number of F sublevel is 14. So F1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hanggang 14. But this time, kagaya naman dun sa D block, you will be subtracting 2 to the energy level. Okay? To dun sa N value. So, 6 to. So, magiging 6 minus 2, it will become 4. Kaya ang start nyo is 4F1 up to 4F14. So, dito sa 7, 7 minus 2, that is 5. So, mag-i-start kayo sa 5F1 up to 5F14. So, that's the last sublevel configuration. So, you can identify the last electronic configuration of the particular element if you know this division of the periodic table. Okay, next. Let's have some examples. Okay, I have here elements placed in the different parts of the periodic table. So, what is the last sublevel configuration of the following based on the position of that particular element in the periodic table? Number 1 is phosphorus. So, phosphorus belong to the P block. Okay? Saan period siya? It belongs to 3P. So, 3P1, 3P2, 3P3. So, ang dulo niya is 3p3. So, if you're going back to your electron distribution mnemonics, you know when to stop counting. Alam niyo na paano. So, ibig sabihin, lahat ng dinaanan niya bago dumating dun sa last sublevel configuration, completely filled ng maximum number of electrons in each sublevel. So, ang 3p3 nandito sa itong part na to. So, dinaanan niya is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, and then 3s2 bago siya dumating sa 3p3. Kung alam niyo yung dulo, madali niyo nang ilagay ito. Hindi na kayo magbibilang dyan. You know when to stop kasi you know the last sublevel configuration. Next, chromium. Chromium belongs to the D block family. So, asa ng chromium ito? So, nandun siya sa part ng 4th period Dahil nasa D block, 4 minus 1 is 3. So 3D1, 3D2, 3D3, 3D4. So the last sublevel configuration is 3D4. So up to this part. So lahat ng dinaanan bago pumunta kay 3D4 completely failed. So madali na maglagay ng electron configuration. Next, cobalt. So cobalt also belongs to the D block family and belongs to the same period, which is 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. So D1, D2, D3, D4, 3D5, 3D6. So your last sublevel configuration is 3D6. So 3D6 is up to this part. So lahat ng dinaanan niya bago pumunta kay 3D6 completely failed. So madaling maglagay. Then followed by strontium. Strontium belongs to the S block. So period 5. So period 5, that is 5s1 and then 5s2. The last sublevel configuration is 5s2 and then 5s2. So asan yung 5s2? Andito yung 5s2. So dito kayo mag-i-stop. Lahat ng dinaanan bago dumating kay 5s2 completely filled with electrons. So this is the last sublevel configuration. How to identify the last sublevel configuration? Just be simply looking at your periodic table. Okay? So what is the noble gas core configuration? Actually, ang noble gas core configuration, makikita nyo yan talaga automatically dun sa inyong periodic table. Okay? Pero i-explain ko lang sa inyo ng konti kung paano ginagawa kung wala naman kayong periodic table. I have here a portion of the periodic table. This is the period the period of neon and then followed by sodium. Okay, so this is period 2 and then period 3. This is 3 energy level and then the second energy level, period belonging to the second energy level, and then the period belongs to the third energy level. Paano yung core configuration? We all know that the noble gas configuration is already stable. All noble gases do not bond with other atoms except with other noble gases, the heavy ones like xenon. So na-discover na ang xenon can bond with other atoms, can form multiple bonds with other nonmetals. Pero generally speaking, kaya sila tinawag na noble gas because they already acquired the 8 valence electron requirement in order for an atom to become stable. So they do not bond with other atom. Okay, generally. Pero there are some except xenon. Ang xenon kasi can now bond with other atom. Yun yung bagong discovery when it comes to the bonding capacity of the noble gases. Okay, so lahat ng elements in your periodic table, ang gusto nila, kaya sila naglo-lose and gain of electron, is for them to become stable, for them to acquire the 8 valence electron requirement. So, ina-assume nila yung noble gas core configuration na tinatawag. Okay, so in this period, the period 2, ang dulo niya is neon. And then followed by period 3, ang dulo naman niya ay argon. In identifying the electron configuration, this is the electron configuration of neon. 1s2, 2s2, and then 2p6. That is for neon. Pero kung gagawin nyo yung sodium, okay, and then you will get the noble gas core configuration of sodium, you will write it as neon, and then yung bracket, then 3s1. Kasi ang neon, okay, hanggang saan siya? Hanggang 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. This is for neon. So, hindi mo na isusulat yung buong 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Ang ilalagay mo na lang is neon and then bracket, and then ang ilalagay na lang is 3s1. Okay? Okay, this is the valence shell. This particular part, yung noble gas core configuration, also gives you the valence shell where you can find kung ilan yung valence electron of that particular element. So for sodium, since 3s1 yan, so ang electron, ang valence electron, kung ano yung exponent nung kanyang sublevel, that is the valence electron. So sodium has 1 valence electron. Kaya meron tayong tinatawag dito na valence shell configuration. Okay? Let us have another example. Magnesium. 12. So, kung if you're going to distribute magnesium, ay followed din na ng nito, ni sodium and then magnesium. Magnesium is 12. So, 12, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Neon pa rin siya eh. Okay? Ito, neon. Doon pa rin siya kasunod. Kapag halimbawa, nandito yung neon, puro neon yan. Neon, 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 up to argon. Kaya ilalagay nila, ang noble gas core configuration, laging may neon. Kaya ilalagay nyo dito neon. 3s2. Okay? Ayan yung kanyang noble gas core configuration. We use neon. Let's have another example. Okay? Write the noble gas core configuration of the following elements. Calcium. Okay, where is calcium? This is calcium. Pero bago dumating kay sa part ng pwesto ni calcium, may potassium muna and then kasunod, bago si potassium, siya muna ay argon. Okay? Ang bilang ng ang element is arranged according to increasing atomic number starting from left to right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, neon 10, followed by sodium, up to argon, and then followed by potassium. So argon is 18, potassium is 19, and then calcium is 20. So let us write the core configuration of calcium. So since ang bago mag-calcium, ang nauna sa kanya is argon, kaya you will use argon. Okay? Bago pagkatapos ni argon, saka susunod si potassium, this element is belonging to the same period. Kaya ang ilalagay nyo dyan is, okay, this is configuration of argon. Okay, then lagay sa bracket. And then yung kasunod, since that is 18, so ito yung argon hanggang 3, P6. This is 2 plus 2, 4 plus 6, 10 plus 2, 12 plus 6, that is 18 for argon. Since ang kailangan nyo 20, so maglalagay pa kayo ng isa pa, and that is 4s2 para maging 20. Okay, next. Rubidium. So, bago mag-rubidium, this is rubidium. So, bago mag-rubidium, ang dadaanan muna niya is krypton. Okay? So, ang gagamitin nyo is, so that is the electron configuration of krypton. Okay, pero you will no longer write this part. Instead, you will write the symbol of krypton inside the bracket, and then followed by the last sublevel configuration, which is 5s1. Okay, that is how to write the noble gas core configuration. Okay, so thank you. If you have any questions, just PM me or you can leave a message in the message box. Okay, thanks.